Hey y'all, my name is Kirsten and I am currently a sophomore here at the University of Michigan. And today in this vlog, I'm just going to talk a little bit about, time commitments and how I balance my time because it's been a pretty crazy past 3 weeks, start of the semester. But let's get into it. So I just got back from the farmer's market, something that I try to integrate into my day. So it's Saturday, I'm about to go do homework after this, by myself and then my group work. But went to the farmer's market, got my succulents, and something that's important, I just planning random stuff like this, going to the farmer's market with friends, just some downtime, because sometimes when I realized during freshman year that when I would just take Saturdays and there wasn't a football game and I would just work the whole day, I was so drained. That is not a sustainable way to live. So here I am, being a plant mom and also being a scholar. We love that. I officially dropped my plants off in my apartment, repotted everything, got my backpack, ready to do some work. Hello, Emma. Everyone, she was also maybe your orientation leader if you're a freshman. We're gonna study, get the grind on. Well, I was eating cucumbers before and now I have this beautiful donut. We're also being really productive. Okay, so something I think is really important to talk about, especially when it comes to college, is all of the different time commitments that you pick up. I came into sophomore year being okay, freshman year, I had to transition into college, figuring that whole thing out was a lot. I'll be fine. First 2 weeks of school, honestly, kind of died. I have a headache. I've been surrounded by people for the last week, but as you can hear, my voice is going away. And I think it's because I did not expect how much I would have. I already dropped one of my jobs, but I have another job, and then I have all these extracurriculars. And what I found this past week, and I've just been really loving it a lot more, and I was actually busier than my first 2 weeks. And something that I did different this week is that I really took the time to just do stuff that I like to do. Even though I had all these meetings and all of the different rush events that I had to go to. Hence the DSP t-shirt. Something that I integrated at the beginning of the week was hanging out with my friends, going to those events that I really like. At the beginning of the week, I went to volleyball with one of my friends. Integrating little things like that makes it so much easier. And you actually become a lot more productive, at least in my case, of when you do things like that, because when you come back, you're okay, I need to work. And another thing is really scheduling your time out well and make sure you're clearly communicating. So I have group homework that I have to do, team homework, I guess. And something that's really hard with that is scheduling your time. And then I also had to interview people this week for the different orgs and teams that I'm on. I just got back from my first mass meeting for DSP. It's super nice having all of my activities just happen to be with people that I love, which is great. It doesn't feel like work. And it's just cross coordinating that and making sure you're asking your teammates or your partners that hey, is it possible you do this alone and then we can do it sometimes together, and then I'll pick up some of the slack later. And being clear about all of the different things that you have and telling them beforehand and be hey, I might not be able to fully contribute to this, but let me know if you need help with anything beforehand, any of the prep work or even the follow-up work, or in the future or something, and they'll appreciate it so much more. Also, you have to learn when to say no. So I've been kind of lame recently and not really gone out with my friends. But the thing is as you can kind of hear, maybe I'm a little sick, and it's better for me to stay in, and I stayed in a different night to do my work. School is still a thing. The point of me is to learn and grow and learn, and I have my time for fun and I schedule that out, and I have my time to work. So I think you really have to find a balance between what you value, because I value both my friends and family. I went home this weekend or for a day, and I spent time with both my parents equally, and but there's also a time where I need to focus on myself, my own health, and the different work that I have to do. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. I hope you learned something, and that some of the tactics that I use you can translate into your own life to manage your time better and deal with all the commitments that adulthood brings. But yeah, thank you for watching. Peace out, Wolverines. Go Blue.